This is a special presentation of the Best Damn Sports Show, period.
What makes a fighter? A desire and determination to rise above all and become the best. Right now, live on the Best Damn Sports Show, period. Two heavyweights continue on their pursuit to become champions.
I want to be the best boxer in the world.
Nobody can touch me.
Vassiliy Jirov, a hard-nosed fighter with a relentless attack, who lost the 2003 Fight of the Year, is determined to continue his quest for a shot at the heavyweight title with millions of dollars at stake.
I want to see him in the ring and show him the tiger.
Michael Moorer, the former champion, is poised and ready for his last shot at a heavyweight crown.
They want to say that I'm washed up? Fight me then.
Tonight, right here, two men come to battle. One for recognition, the other for redemption. Vassiliy Jirov versus Michael Moorer.
We are in wine country, Temecula, California, 65 miles northeast of San Diego. It's also home of Pechanga Resort and Casino, and once again, the Best Damn Sports Show, period. Happy holidays and ho, ho, ho. Our holiday gift to you can be unwrapped inside of the Grand Ballroom. The Best Damn Heavyweight fight, period, between Michael Moorer and Vassiliy Jirov. And hey there! Hey there! Welcome to the Best Damn Sports Show, period. I am your host, Chris Rose, and we are here for the culmination of Fight Week. And of course, we have a special guest joining us at the top of the show. He is the IBF Heavyweight Champion of the world, and exquisitely dressed, I might add.
Oh, I thought it was Venus Williams.
It's Chris Burr.
It's not Venus Williams.
Looking good,
God.
looking good. You know, this guy is so big, we actually couldn't find a suit to fit him. He's a three-time Pro Bowl linebacker, Brian Cox.
Hey, hey, hey.
Yeah, you got that right.
Cox dressed for rock, paper, scissors tomorrow night.
And somebody's pimping John Sally.
John Sally, look at that. Look at that.
And we also have Grape Ape.
I'm Tom Arnold. I'm Tom Arnold.
We are very excited, guys, as are the fighters. In fact,
they are.
Vassiliy Jirov was the first to arrive. That happened a little bit less than an hour ago. Now, Jirov, this is just his second heavyweight fight ever. Tough loss to Joe Messi first time around, but how good is Jirov? He knocked Messi down 3 times. He is facing 37-year-old Michael Moorer, a 2-time heavyweight champ. Now, will we see that desire return? That is the question. And Chris, the thing that makes this fight so exciting, these guys aren't going anywhere. I mean, they're going to be slugging it out in the center of the ring, right?
Right in the middle of the ring. Michael Moorer, 247 pounds. He'll use that weight to his advantage. If he don't, Jirov going to take him out.
Now, Sal, you're a guy that's known Michael Moorer a long time. He's not scared of anybody. He won't run.
No, he won't run. And then you take that many years off, you come back, you look at your life, and you go, you know what? I should be out there. These guys, I'm betting these guys. That's probably what he did. We'll see what he does tonight.
I need some money, you say. I got to get back in the ring. So it's going to be a short fight then, right? Because they're going to be in the ring.
Hold on here. You know, hold that thought, because we'll get your prediction in just a few seconds.
No, that one is
we'll also get the prediction of James Lights Out Tony. He will join us momentarily.
God. I hope he's
now,
medicated.
Tony and Vassiliy Jirov, they fought arguably the 2003 Fight of the Year. This was back when both were cruiserweights. Chris, you were there. What did you see?
It was a great fight. Toe-to-toe action for 12 rounds. James Toney just out-slicked them throughout the fight, and the big power punches helped him win the decision.
Now, weight disparity, Sally mentioned it, 247 pounds for Moorer, just 218 for Jirov. What effect could that have in tonight's fight?
It could have a huge effect early for Jirov because of the weight advantage Michael Moorer carries, but late in the fight, Jirov could come on if he hang around 6 rounds.
Well, let me tell you something. I spoke to my former teammate, Richard Hogan, who trained Michael Moorer in this upcoming fight, and he said that he put on weight strength and he did some agility. The weight is not a factor in this fight. I think that Michael Moorer, regardless of how long it goes, they feel fairly confident that he's
your
in
old
shape.
friend's a trainer. Maybe you should get his card.
What else?
Get one for Tom.
Right, if it's called weight strength, after 3 years, you know, when I quit eating, I was eating what? Peanut butter and jelly and cookies. That ain't weight strength. He got fat.
But let's remember, Michael Moorer has been back in the fight game for 4 years since that 3-year hiatus. But Vassiliy Jirov, he is a guy who fought 217 times. That was before turning professional. Now, granted, it was back in Kazakhstan, so maybe that includes barroom brawls and street fights
or
as well.
trying to vote.
Hey, any way you look at it, the guy can get it done.
Become boxer because it's in Russia it was like a way of surviving in the streets, and one of my friends, he was a boxer, And he said, Vassiliy, try go become boxer. So I came to the gym and tried, and I came home with black eyes and was beaten a little bit, but you know what? I was motivated. And in the gym, I was working for 6-7 hours a day. I was training with dog, German Shepherd dog, and this dog would stay in the hallway. So I ran, and my trainer said attack to the dog. So I have to be run very quick as possible to the end of the hallway, and where the door was open. And it's helped me actually. I tell you, I don't have a fear against anything. My knowledge, my heart, my thinking, and my team around me. This is my strength. I don't have to prove nothing. I prove already. I'm the best in a cruiserweight division, in a heavyweight division, any division that I want. And I'm show everybody, and I will show again. I'm the best. Tell them be ready, because I'm calm and I'm ready. I want to see him in the ring and show them my real Vassiliy Jirov, the tiger.
Guys, Vassiliy Jirov, no joke here. No. An Olympic gold medalist in 1996, named outstanding boxer of that tournament. And actually, he told me this morning that when Michael Moore is going to box tonight, that he'll fight, and when Michael Moore wants to fight, that Jirov will box. What does that mean, Chris?
That means if Michael Moore comes forward, bring the pressure, Jirov will get on his toes and box and try to jab around him and make him miss, and vice versa.
Chris, you ever do that thing where you get on the ball of the skateboard like he was doing? Because that was pretty cool. You ever do that training?
I don't have any balance like that. I can't do nothing like that. I ain't gonna hurt myself.
That's Cirque du Soleil stuff, man. He's, you know, that's impressive.
Hey, you know what's impressive, though, about Jirov is that he will come hard to the body, Sal. You got a lot of body. You'd be trouble against him.
Just watching this guy hit somebody, and I was listening to Chris, because Chris is not that heavy either. If this guy is really precise with his hits and his punches, I saw Michael Moore go down from George Foreman. It was a hell of a hit, but it didn't look as strong. So Mike has to make sure he watches his shit.
He looks nice and relaxed right now. Now, of course, guys, we are very excited about tonight's fight, but we're also looking forward to tomorrow's edition of Best Damn. Why? Because it's a 2004 Rock, Paper, Scissors International World Championships. Happens at 8 and 11 on FSN. We'll give you a little taste of what that's all about
people, Chris.
coming up next.
It's great.
And also, Jirov's opponent tonight, Michael Moore. Now, this is a guy, of course, that has been to the pinnacle of the heavyweight division. Then, after a 3-year hiatus, he returned. But the big question around here, why?
The reason that I started again, because like I said, I didn't have the wear and tear. I knew that I could do it. You know, once I get myself in shape, nobody can touch me.
You will hear from Michael Moore. Will he be able to tape shut the mouths of his critics? Find out when we continue live from Pechanga Resort and Casino.
Yes.
It's the best damn fight, period. Coming your way with more right after this.
Friday, December 10th, only on the Best Damn Sports Show, period. Mayhem, mania, and madness collide. Emotions will be tried. 3 choices. Rock, paper, scissors. When the bell rings, what will you throw? I want to rock! The Rock, Paper, Scissors Championship. Only on the Best Damn Sports Show, period.
Yes, we are back at Pechanga Resort and Casino getting ready for the fight between Vassiliy Jirov and Michael Moore. But Tom Arnold, you were there for the Rock, Paper, Scissors Championship.
I know what you're thinking about Rock, Paper, Scissors, and believe me, it was awesome, actually. I thought it was like a Star Trek convention with hot chicks, which it was, but it was awesome.
But, no, hold on. There was also a little controversy. Here's a
you
taste.
won't believe it. Check out the tape.
Won out Mason versus Ben Rossiter, and take a look at what happened in the final set. Ben threw Rock. Ashley appeared to throw paper to tie the match 1-1, but the referee stepped in and awarded the point and match to Ben, citing an illegal throw from Ashley. Then it was chaos. You hate to see a game decided by a ref, but let's take a look at the replay here. 1, 2, 3, and yes, it was a great call by the ref. Let's see it again in super slow-mo. Ashley attempting sleight of hand. She settles on Rock, switch to paper. There's no room for cheaters here.
Now, we all played this game as a kid. right? Sally, you any good at that?
It looks a little bit like celebrity boxing to me, Chris.
Okay, funny
Dude,
guy.
but
Matt
we got Master
Vasgersian and Tom
Rochabala
Arnold
with us.
with the call coming your way
Master
tomorrow.
Rochabala.
Thank you. Now, many
Rush.
thought that perhaps Michael Moore was a cut above the rest some 10 years ago when he wrestled a pair of heavyweight title belts away from the real deal, Evander Holyfield. But what followed was inconsistency, then a 3-year retirement, and now a comeback.
Sounds like my
So
career.
which chapter's next?
Except for the comeback.
I became a boxer at the age of 10. I was around my grandfather a lot, and he was the local trainer in the area. And I would always ask to go to the gym with him at one time. And I saw some guys sparring in the ring and walked over to the heavy bag, and he said he heard thumps. And as they say, the rest is history. It was something that I just like to do. I like to hit. 16 years in the boxing game is a long time. And what keeps me going is I haven't been in the wars that a lot of the heavyweights out there have been in. And I think I still have it. I left boxing because I was bored with it. I was doing it since I was 10, every day, all day. I don't think that taking the 3 years off was a big deal at all. The reason that I started, again, because I knew that I could do it. You know, once I get myself in shape, nobody can touch me. People make a big deal about age. Look at George Foreman. When I fought George was 45. I was 26, and he knocked me out. Because I'm 37, they want to say that I'm washed up? Yeah, right. Fight me then. If I was to say anything to Vassiliy, I would tell him to be ready. Don't have no excuses, just be ready. Michael Moore's back. It's gonna be a fight for real.
All right, Chris Bird, maybe as you get older, some of your skills diminish, but you don't lose that one crucial punch that could end it all, right?
You never lose the power. Michael Moore at 247 pounds, he can knock you out at any time.
Interestingly enough, Sal, did you know that your good friend has applied to be a sheriff in the state of Tennessee when his career's over in boxing?
Him and Shaq, all they want to do is have guns with badges. Who are we going to call?
What's more dangerous?
I know. Hey, my name is Reggie Hammond.
The question is, will he slap the cuffs tonight on Vassiliy Jirov? Now, coming up next, it's the return of one of our favorites. The first man to ever win a fight on Best Damn Sports Show, period. James Toney. He also beat Vassiliy Jirov in what many call the 2003 Fight of the Year.
I did.
So what are Jirov's strengths, and where can he be exposed by Michael Moore? That's right.
Is he singing?
Lights Out is about to light up our set. He's coming our way with a awfully nice suit, right, Sal? That's when we return to Pechanga Resort and Casino in Temecula, California, right after this. Welcome back to a live edition of the Best Damn Sports Show, period. We are just minutes away from the heavyweight bout between Michael Moore and Vassiliy Jirov, live from Pechanga Resort and Casino. Now, last time Best Damn was here, we were lucky enough to watch this man in the squared circle. He is James Lights Out Toney.
And you put on a great show before, during, and after the fight.
You know, I keep it original. That's just me.
Yeah, when you strip down to your green whatever.
That was kind of unexpected, Tom. You know,
it was nice.
We
got it. We got a little.
Well, hold on. This is all part of a wild week with Lights Out.
Yeah.
Here you go.
It's always wild week.
We guarantee you, it'll be a lot of fun. This is ruining our set.
Go to the car, get my gun, I'll shoot this up. I'm not even playing.
We have a unanimous decision. All three in favor of the winner, James Lights Out Toney.
James Toney raced back into the grand ballroom, started jawing with some fans, calling some people out.
Go, guys. Get back there. Back inside, everybody.
Yeah.
So, are you wearing the same green underoos tonight? Or
Oh, no,
how's that?
You'll find out later,
just something different. Something different.
Yeah,
Nice.
always.
Today we keeping it fresh.
That's right.
Mash
You
and
look
low
clean.
ride, I hope.
All right, now, James, you actually know
Yes.
Vassiliy Jirov very well.
Very
Back
well.
when you were cruiserweights in 2003,
Right.
you fought arguably the fight of the year.
Oh, it's a tough
went
fight.
12 grueling rounds. Now, tonight, Jirov has given up almost 30 pounds to Michael Moore. How's that going to affect him?
I don't think, to me, size is nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because I come across that all the time. Every I fight is always taller and bigger than me. So I think if Jirov is in great shape, which he always is, it's going to be a great fight. It all depends how long the fight goes. The longer it goes, the better for Jirov.
Okay, but it's weird. We got 2 left-handers, Chris. 2 southpaws out there, heavyweights, and that's an odd thing. What do we see that's different besides everything backwards?
Well, getting hit a lot with more left hands, more jabs. They'll get hit a lot more. But like James said, longer it goes, better for Jirov. Early, Michael Moore.
James, in your opinion, what does Vassiliy Jirov have to do to be victorious tonight?
Well, basically, Vassiliy Jirov has got to be himself. He can't alter his game.
Which is what?
He continue to put the pressure on Michael, keep going forward, keep pushing Michael backwards. What Michael got to do is offset that with his aggression. Michael has to go back to his old style, rough and tough, and go get him. You know, Michael's an extremely hard puncher. He's a hard puncher coming up, but then when he became a heavyweight, somehow something changed. We don't know what it is, but wherever it was, he had to get rid of it and get the old Michael Moore back, like he said.
All right, Chris, do you agree that that has to be Jirov's strategy? Just keep going?
Oh, yeah, keep coming forward, throwing them body shots. He'll make Michael Moore mess on himself. I'm telling you that much.
Yeah.
All right, so, James, what does Michael Moore have to do to win this?
Well, what Michael got to do, Michael's got to, like once again, like I said, he has to go back to the old Michael Moore as a light heavyweight early in his heavyweight career by attacking, throwing a right hook to the body, coming with the right hook to the head and straight with left hand. Michael was great, effective at that, but that's when he was in shape. I don't know what kind of shape he's in now. Don't quote me.
Listen, he said this morning he's in the best shape of his career, even at 247 pounds.
Well, like I said, it all depends. I don't know if he's in shape. 247 is good for him.
Chris, can you be in shape at 247 pounds?
He can be in shape, but we're going to find out when he get in the ring.
Oh,
Jirov, like I said, he's going to keep coming, and Michael Moore at 247 pounds, you never know what's going to happen.
James, give me a Papa's got a brand new bag.
Papa's got a brand new day. Oh, yeah. Ha! Yeah.
Hardest working man in show business.
Trying to be, baby, trying to be.
All right, guys, obviously we're very excited for the fight, which is coming your way in just a few minutes, but don't forget about tomorrow's show, the 2004 Rock, Paper, Scissors International World Championship.
You guys,
Tom
seriously.
Arnold and Matt Vasgersian with the call on the Best Damn Sports Show, period.
Oh, my God, it's
James
wild.
Stoney, you got to stick around because we
I'll
need a
be
prediction
here.
from you,
I'm not
okay?
going nowhere.
All right,
Don't go
guys,
nowhere.
coming up next, we're going to hear interviews with both fighters. Tom, you got to go talk to Michael Moore, so
I'm
get
gonna
out
go
of
talk
here.
to Michael Moore.
All right, and
Okay.
Sal's going to talk to that guy, Vassiliy Jirov, who's going to be less intelligible in that one. Vassiliy, this is his second fight as a heavyweight. We'll see what he's got after this.
Friday, December 10th, only on the Best Damn Sports Show, period. Mayhem, mania, and madness collide. Emotions will be tried. 3 choices. Rock, paper, scissors. When the bell rings, what will you throw? The Rock, Paper, Scissors Championship, only on the Best Damn Sports Show, period.
All right, we're getting ready for the 2004 Rock, Paper, Scissors. Well, the guys will each play Rock, Paper, Scissors. All right, you beat me. And you beat Tony. So you could keep practicing and watch the full show tomorrow, James, all right? Keep going. Anyway, guys, back to the fight. Vassiliy Jirov and Michael Moore. It is time to hear from both fighters. Let's start with a timid Tom Arnold, who's with Michael Moore.
Thanks, Chris. I'm here with Michael Moore. We're getting ready for the fight. Michael, I just talked to your strength coach. He says you're ready for this. Your body's in better shape than it's ever been. Is that true?
Yes, absolutely.
This is the first step? Is this the first step on your way completely back to the top?
It's the first step for tonight.
Can you end this fight quickly so I can go home and watch IMAX?
I'm in there quick for me.
All right, man, we're going to see a hell of a fight here.
I'm sitting here with the Tiger, Vassiliy. Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
You said you're going to box when he fights. He says, then you say you're going to fight when he boxes. Now, we kind of understand, but what does that mean? Are you going to, it's a boxing match.
It's a boxing match with tactics fighting.
Have you watched film on Mike Moore?
Oh yes, I watch his films, you know, I know what he wants, I know what he capable to do, and just he make mistakes, you'll pay.
Okay, but he's been out for 3 years, and he's, I think, something like 30 pounds heavier than you. Is that going to make a difference?
For him, maybe. For me, it's good.
It's good that he's heavier than you?
Oh yeah, I'm much quicker, faster, and stronger.
Just look in the camera and tell me you're going to win.
By knockout.
Back to you, Chris.
Yes, that's in Russian. Thank you very much.
No, that ain't Russian. He said by knockout.
Oh, by knockout. I thought he was said by knockout.
He said by knockout.
Okay, I was a little confused. All right, guys, what are those two men thinking right now, just minutes before the fight? James?
Well, I think right now Jirov is thinking of his plan, what he got to do. He got to keep it calm. You know, just go ahead, go out there and take care of his business. Initiate. Michael Moore just calm, ready to go, ready to roll.
Hey, with experience, both guys former champions. They both know what they got to do to win. So they thinking right now, I'll knock this man out.
All right, James, we can't let you go without making a prediction this evening. So go ahead, look into that camera right over there.
Yeah, I'm telling you right now, I know the fight's going to end early. Michael Moore, KO in 3.
KO in 3. But you've been talking up Jirov. You fought him.
I'm talking to both fighters. This is a great fight. This is a fight that boxing needs. This is the kind of fight all contenders should fight each other at all times.
All right, well,
ready to go.
You know what? You are far from done because you're going to be calling part of the fight with Barry Tompkins and Sean O'Grady tonight, and then you'll rejoin us here on the stage for a little post-fight analysis. Good enough? Right. And you look good, man. Keep working on that rock, paper, scissors, too. Hey, guys, coming up next, our predictions. Yeah, Tom and John will rejoin us on the set. And, of course, Michael Moore, he's a two-time heavyweight champ. Can he continue to rescale the ladder in the division? Find out next.
Next week, the world's greatest late-night sports show is handing over the keys. And guess who's in the driver's seat? It's going to be a wild ride with former presidents, governors, actors, rappers, athletes, and a striptease. The wheels come off.
How about a little heads up?
When Tom Arnold calls the shots. All next week at a special time. 9 and 11, only on the best damn sports show, period.
Chris Rose, Snoop Dogg has been confirmed for next Thursday.
Yes.
He will be in the house with the little Snoopies. His football team, it's going to be awesome.
It'll be great.
What
We're
else
looking
do we
forward to
have?
next week, but we're also looking forward to Friday. Don't forget, it is the
Rock, paper, scissors.
2004
I know it seems weird, but
Rock,
it's
Paper,
great.
Scissors International
2,000
World
people
Championship.
there.
Tom, you called it,
I
along
did.
with Matt Vasgersian.
And Roach.
It's going to be great.
It was up.
We can only
seriously.
hope, though, Tommy, it'll duplicate the
It's a
action that
human
we
drama.
see tonight for
I know.
Pechanga
I'm
Resort
starting to get
Casino.
so nervous about the fight.
Okay, well, settle
I'm
down.
nervous. I always get nervous before a fight, man.
All right, just take your meds.
Okay,
It's
okay.
okay. All right, guys, it is prediction time between Jirov and Moore. I guess I'll start over here. I like Michael Moore. Seems like a good guy. He's on the comeback train, but Vassiliy Jirov, those body shots, the heavyweights, they talk about it. So I think that Vassiliy Jirov, knockout,
You look good, Chris.
round
You
5.
look good, man. That's
Thanks.
good background for you.
Well, hey, if he going with Vassiliy Jirov, I don't know.
What?
Michael Moore, I think in 6. I know the body shots are good, but Mike Moore, he got to try to get the title back. Not from me, from one of the other guys. He make it. He got to win this fight to do it.
KO, you say? At 6?
In 6.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying the KO in 5. I just think the big man will push the little man around in the ring. And I think it's a situation, talking to my former teammate Richard Hogan, who trained Michael Moore, he's in the best shape, as he said.
He says, trainer, you should get his card. Believe me.
I don't want to train.
I'm going with
We done
Mike
that joke
Moore,
before?
my boy from way back from the Motor City in 8. I just feel Michael got more experience. This guy lost his last 3 fights. Looks good, but he's going to get knocked out in 8.
I can't believe I'm saying this on a sports show, but I'm going with the white guy. 6th round, TKO. I feel bad because I went to spend time with Michael Moore. I think it's going to be a great fight. I hope they both win, but I'm going to go with Vassiliy.
Well, wait a second. This sports show went with 2 white guys, at least for now.
I know. But one had to be fat. You know, that's the rule.
You
If
calling?
you're fat,
Oh,
you kinda
you're
all,
fat.
Yeah, I'm fat.
I was just checking. Hey, Tom, by the way, you're going to be scoring the fight, so
Yes, I am.
Right.
Just like a
Barry
real
and Sean are
fan.
going to be checking in with you periodically.
I
to
hope
see how
they
the
do. They're
scorecard-
good.
So be on your best behavior.
You know I
during
will.
that.
I watch it.
All right, guys, when we come back, we're going to have the triumphant ring walk for one of these two gentlemen. Will it be Vassiliy Jirov? He already has Olympic gold on his mantle. Will he also hang a heavyweight title belt? Well, he needs to beat Michael Moore to get a shot. Millions of dollars could be on the line for the winner of the best damn heavyweight fight period between Vassiliy Jirov and Michael Moore, which is literally now just minutes away. We are back at Pechanga Resort and Casino, and we can actually see Vassiliy Jirov. He has arrived in the Grand Ballroom. He looks ready. The Tiger, just a pair of losses on his docket so far.
Yeah.
And we are ready. What are you doing? Are you dancing over there? He, of course, is
Bring it.
facing a 2-time
There's
heavyweight
Michael Moore.
champion.
Look at his guns,
Michael
man.
Moore.
He's got big arms.
Weighing in at 247 pounds. Chris Bird, the IBF heavyweight champ. What do you see here?
Well, I think Michael is just thinking he got to stay to a game plan. He knows this is his last chance to get to that heavyweight title, and just stay with a game plan and try to win the fight.
37 years old, guys. Do you think he's still hungry, John Sally?
I think he's very hungry, especially if you're going to come fight here. It's like starting it at the beginning and starting all over, and that's the hunger you really need.
Those three years he took off don't count, so he's technically 34, I think.
And
Right.
when you look at being 37, you have to be a smarter fighter, so maybe he doesn't need to exert as much energy. I just think he looks good. Bigger arms as I remember.
Yeah. And Brian Cox, you and John Sally also know once you have been to the top,
right,
and then you're not there for a little while, you want to get back. Chris Byrd, you're already at the top.
Yep.
So, of course, you know, the hunger's there for you. And we'll see whether or not it's there with Michael Moore. That's always been the question.
Yeah, Michael want to get there. I mean, this is his chance to get back in the spotlight, and he got to prove it tonight.
Once again, he says even at 247 pounds, he's in the best shape of his career physically and mentally. He is ready to go.
When did Barry Bonds start boxing?
What happened?
Jesus Christ.
Now we are getting ready to look at the Tiger.
Yes,
Vassiliy Jirov, born
There he
over in
is.
Kazakhstan. He has lived over in the United States
Looks
since
like Jerry O'Connell a little
1996
bit.
after winning Olympic gold in Atlanta.
There he comes.
Just his second fight as a
Lot of energy.
heavyweight.
What do you mean? Yeah, that looks good. He's
Hey,
excited.
A lot of people like this guy because he's tough. I mean, he will work you.
Yeah, he's a very tough guy. But you're in the heavyweight division now. Toughness don't get you nowhere. You hit with that big punch, he can go out quick.
But he can take punches. I mean, we heard James
But
Toney
you're
say
in that
that.
heavyweight division. That's the thing about it. At cruiserweight, he fought James Toney, both 190. Now you're fighting a 247-pound big heavyweight.
And you know what? I remember when Michael Moore was hitting George Foreman, even though he got knocked down in that hit, he really was hitting George Foreman very hard back then.
So, guys, we are ready. Tom Arnold, you'll be scoring the fight,
You know
which,
I
of
will.
course, will be called by the two men that are sitting ringside. Right now, let's send it down to Barry Tompkins and Sean O'Grady.
All right, thanks very much, Chris. Well, those guys say 4-1 that Moore is going to win this fight. Only Chris Rose thinks that Jirov will win the fight. Everybody's talking about this fight, of course, Sean, as a crossroads fight. I think really it's more than that. It's kind of a last hurrah kind of fight because the winner is going to be right back into the heavyweight picture, and the loser is going to fall into that category nobody wants to be in of opponent.
Oh, the loser not only loses the fight and goes home, he goes home and he quits, he retires, and never box again. What I think I'll see tonight, I think we'll see a real spectacular first 3 rounds. About the 4th round, I think the fight is going to subside, and at that point, I think that's when Vassiliy Jirov can take over. It'll be up to Michael Moore to crack it or take the play back, but I don't know if he can.
All right, let's take a look at the tail of the tape, see what the numbers tell us in this fight. And, of course, the number that does jump out, 37 years old, is Michael Moore. 46 up, 4 down. 36 knockouts. Jirov, of course, who fought most of his career either as a light heavyweight or a cruiserweight, does have 29 knockouts, but you can see he gives away 27 pounds, 29 pounds actually, I was never very good in math, to the former heavyweight champion, Michael Moore. With that, let's get to it. Here's the ring announcer, Lupe Contreras. Lupe?
Ladies and gentlemen, from the magnificent Pechanga Resort and Casino in Temecula, California, Goose and Tudor Promotions, in association with Warriors Boxing Promotions and the Best Damn Sports Show, period, presents the Best Damn Heavyweight Fight, period. These bouts are being sanctioned by the California State Athletic Commission. Chairman is Chris Mears. Vice Chairman is John Frierson. This bout scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing for the vacant WBA North American and vacant WBC Continental Americas Heavyweight Championships. Supervising for the WBC, Rudy Tejes. The judges scoring the bout are Dr. Lou Moret, Lou Filippo, and Raul Caiz. Our referee in charge is Pat Russell. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the moment has come to find out who is El Más Macho. Fighting out of the red corner, he steps into the ring wearing green trunks and weighing in at 247 pounds. His professional record, 46 victories, along with 4 defeats, 1 draw, and 36 of his victories coming by way of knockout. He is the former WBO light heavyweight, former IBF, WBA, and WBO heavyweight champion of the world. Currently ranked number 15 in the world by the IBF. Ladies and gentlemen, Fighting out of Manhasset, Pennsylvania, Michael Moore. His opponent across the ring in the blue corner. He steps in wearing tiger striped trunks and weighing in at an official 218 pounds. As an amateur, he was named the most outstanding fighter of the 1996 Olympic Games. He also earned an Olympic gold medal for his homeland of Kazakhstan. And as a professional, he maintains an impressive record consisting of 33 victories, with just 2 losses, and 29 of his victories coming by way of knockout. Currently ranked number 13 in the world by the IBF, the former IBF Cruiserweight Champion of the world from Scottsdale, Arizona, Vassiliy Tiger Jirov.
Okay, gentlemen, here's the line right here with you, Michael. Here's the line right here with you, Vassiliy. 12-round championship fight. Touch up your gloves. Come out at the bell. Good luck. And with that, we take a look at the rules as they are. These are WBC and WBA rules. A 10-point must system is in effect, of course, but no 3 knockdown rule nor any standing 8 count. A fighter cannot be saved with the bell in any round, including the final round. Either the referee or the doctor can stop the fight. The headbutt rule, we go to the cards after 4 rounds. So Michael Moore in the green, Vassiliy Jirov in the tiger stripes. Jirov gives away 29 pounds to Moore, who comes in at 247, but as he said, and most everybody agrees, it's a different 247 than he was when he was 251 the last fight. He does seem to be a little bit more fit. Early rounds important in this fight. You pointed that out, Sean.
Well, I think the first 3 rounds are going to be a barnstorm. Both of them trying to set the tempo and the pace of this fight. Then once they settle into it, that tempo will subside a bit about the 4th, 5th round. And I think that's a perfect opportunity for either fighter. You know, they both have great power.
Moore was telling us today that he feels that he can come up the middle against Jirov, that Jirov comes in wide. And so far, it's exactly what he's doing. He's had an effective jab early in this fight.
Well, the shortest distance between 2 points, Barry, is a straight line. That's what he's trying to track.
The other thing is Jirov seems to be stepping into Moore's punching range early in this fight. Maybe he thinks he can outpunch a puncher.
And it may be that when you're in there with a puncher, sometimes you want to prove to people, hey, I can take his shot. Not the good thing to do, though.
Moore working the right jab fairly well and keeping Jirov off of him so far. Jirov working the body. Not a bad idea.
Yeah, that'll zap the energy. That'll take the power away from your opponent. If he's a good right-hand puncher, hit him on that right side of his body. He won't be able to lift that elbow. Same thing with the left side. Michael Moore, 36 KOs in his 46 wins. Big puncher for Jirov, 29 KOs in his 33 wins.
So they both got pop, and they both have 1-punch power, too. Again, a good left to the body, but coming up over the top is Moore. Very little to choose between these two in the first round.
Both trying to establish the power. Look at them mixing the attack from Tiger. Moore has a habit of just shuffling in there, just shuffling back and forth, and just sitting there, kind of rocking back and forth. You've got to get out of that rocking chair. You've got to throw punches, and if you're going to move like that, move your head side to side, bob and weave. There you go.
Good left to the body, and he got out of there. Moore's right hand whistled by him. Misses again. Jirov has said that Moore's power is when he's absolutely flat-footed. So if you circle him, he can't stand there flat-footed and really crank his punches. And that's what Jirov is trying to do here in the first round. Now he's moving from left to right. He's also come from right to left.
You should never stay in front of your opponent. Both of them southpaws. They've got an obnoxious style, difficult to face a left-hander.
That rocked him. A good right hand by Moore. And another one. And now Jirov, I would think, will have some respect for Moore here. I thought a very good first round, except for that last punch by Michael Moore. That is a very good first round for that man, Jirov. Let's take a look at the scouting reports. First, Michael Moore.
Busy first round for both fighters. Michael Moore on his stool, taking a breath. And Michael Moore, you know, on the fighter profile, he's patient and poised in the ring. Real savvy. He's a questionable conditioning at times, and he wears a size 13 shoe. Why is that important? Well, the power comes from the mat, the ring, and the size of your foot, the foot pad. Vassiliy Jirov also has big feet, but here's the fighter profile. Olympic gold medalist in '96. He's a southpaw with an aggressive style. Former IBF cruiserweight champion. Two real champions. This should be an outstanding matchup.
Well, the right hand by Moore at the end of that first round definitely rocked Jirov. So we'll see now how he chooses to fight. He's got to have a little respect for that, at least early in this fight. Because it wasn't a particularly huge punch.
No, it was not. But the balance that Michael Moore has, again, the feet. When you build a house, you build it with a strong foundation, a good base. That's the way you want to build a fighter. And when you've got a fighter that's got size 13 shoe, there's more of a base there. Also has big hands. Why is that important? The big hands, larger target. You can hit your target. Bigger weapon.
And Moore has always been a heavy-handed puncher. He was a heavy-handed puncher as a light heavyweight.
Free up those hands, Michael. Give me a corner. Give me the wipe in his corner, coach.
One punch, knockout power. As does Vassiliy. Look at Vassiliy giving these angles. Circle your opponent. Keep him out of position. Jirov is a wily fighter in there.
Jirov feels that he did not fight the right fight against Joe Messi. Honestly, I thought that he really was the better fighter of the two in there, but he let Messi get ahead so far on points that even though he knocked him down 3 times in the last 2 rounds, he wasn't able to muster enough to win the fight on points. I think he wants to change that here.
Yeah, he said that was a really messy fight for him.
Thank you.
And he says, you know, I just started too late. That's why in this fight he promises to start earlier. And look at this circling from him. That is so effective.
That's exactly what Thel Torrance, his lead trainer, the man in his corner along with Hedgeman Lewis, he's got a lot of brain trust in that corner, I'll tell you that.
Those are outstanding trends. Those are the Burgess Merediths of boxing.
Yep.
I mean, they can guide you through the fight. They can tell you how to win these battles.
Right now, he's got Moore following him around. You know, I just thought Jirov in the first round was the busier of the two fighters. Even though Moore rocked Jirov, I didn't think he did enough to win the round. The same thing's happening here.
I can see a case for that. And Moore has a way of making you fall asleep, lulling you into this false sense of security. So Jirov cannot fall for that.
Well, as we said earlier, Moore has one punch knockout power. He can change the fight with one punch, much as he has had one punch change the fight the other way against him.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. But he normally takes a good shot. He's been knocked out a couple of times, but as long as he's focused. Where his problem comes is when he falls asleep in fights. And you do that, your trainers have to keep you motivated, keep you in the fight.
Jirov is outworking him here in the second round, much as he did, I believe, in the first round.
Listen for the bell.
Straight a little low.
Okay, bring him up. Let's go.
Too low. You got to bring him up.
That's the end of the second round.
Thank you, Lou.
Michael Moore has had his moments, and here is a nice shot from him. Michael Moore.
I think that punch probably looked better at first blush than it really did. Looked like it caught him up on a shoulder to me.
Well,
Tom Arnold joins us now. Tom, I think the next round is the one you said Moore was going to whack him in, didn't you?
No, I said 6th round, guys. Pay attention to the show. I got to tell you, Michael Moore, I gave him that round, but Jirov, the Tiger, is doing a lot more cardio out there, and he doesn't sit down between rounds, which I've noticed. The only real 10 I've seen so far tonight is the ring girl. So I think they're sniffing each other like dogs at the park, and they're going to make their move. I hope one of them has a plan.
I think they probably both have a plan, and they're both executing it fairly well so far.
It's looking good.
Yeah, I think so
Still
too.
early in this fight. You know, old professional fighters don't start until the 3rd and 4th round. They get their muscles loosened up, and the muscles start working, and the joints, and the knees, the bending the waist, everything starts working in 3rd or 4th round, and we are in the 3rd round.
I guess who's joined us here? Great pal of ours here on
Yeah.
the Sunday Night Fights, and a great champion, of course. Talking about James Lights Out Tony, and pretty good.
Yeah.
It's always great to see you.
Seeing a good scrap here.
This is a bunch of knees right here. This is an excellent fight, but I think right now I'm waiting for one of the fighters to impose their will on one another.
But Jirov kind of outworked more in the first 2 rounds.
The first 2 rounds with the Jirov, but I think Moore needs to, like I said, needs to wake up, get started. He got to get started right away because Jirov, the longer the fight goes, the better it is for Jirov.
Do you think Michael is waiting for that one big power punch?
Yeah, he almost got it right there.
Yeah. Oh, he can hit.
I think as soon as he hit Jirov, you're going to see a different tone in Jirov makeup. Like I said, Jirov is an extremely good fighter, you know, great pressure fighter. But now Michael got him out of his game because I've never seen Jirov go back so much in his career.
Well, also he's
like
real
respect.
busy. Do you think Jirov is out hustling Michael?
Yes, Jirov, he's definitely out hustling on the inside and outside. So what I think what Michael got to do, Michael got to step up his pace, more feints like he just did there, and when he's ducking, come back with something. Because Jirov was open for a lot of shots, especially on counter left and counter right hook.
Missing counter, blocking counter,
yes,
ducking counter, right?
Definitely, because right there, up jab. They both trying to jab.
I thought Del Torrance, James, made an interesting point. We talked to him this morning. You know, he said he felt that if he kept circling, then Moore couldn't really settle down on his punches.
Exactly.
He'd have to get up on his toes, and that's what Jirov's doing. Pretty good fight plan, I think.
Yes, an excellent fight maker. Michael, like I said, he's a banger. He has to be set to throw the good shots.
Whoa, 2 banged heads.
Real clash of heads. And they're going to call that a knockdown. 8. And he gets up.
The headbutt? Headbutt. All right.
Is there any describing what that feels like, James?
Well, headbutt to me, I just got to shake it off and come back. Got to shake it off and come back. It doesn't matter, you know what I'm saying? You can't go down and whimper like that. This is a man's game.
They hurt more than a punch, don't they, anytime?
They hurt. It's like his head crack.
Yeah, and Jirov has a cut on the top of his head.
Yeah, that's not headbutt. Let's prove it. He got the worst in the shebang, even though Michael Moore kicked the knee and got the point deduction. I think that blood can play. If Michael, now you see the blood, he got to step it up.
Oh, sure.
He has to step it up.
And also, when you see your own blood like that.
Oh, yeah. Now Jirov was in the rage. Now he's going to try to get him out of there.
You haven't seen your blood very much, but I saw mine a lot.
Oh, yeah. Well, see, Sean.
Made me fight a lot.
You was in a great era. You were a great fighter.
Well, thank you.
Oh, my God.
How are you?
Well, that was a big round for Jirov, and I thought Jirov did the right thing because what he might have done there was substantiated a 10-8 round for himself.
Definitely. But all depends. I hope they don't stop the fight on the headbutt because it could be a technical draw.
Yeah, you hate to see that.
You know, it's high on the head of Moore. It's also kind of right on the point of the head of Jirov. Both of them moving in at the same time.
Yeah.
Both of them reaching for a hook. And boom, there it is.
I hate to see a fight like this come to an end like that.
Yeah, you don't want to see that. That cut is up on the top of the head, and the problem there is the blood comes down into your eyes and affects your vision. Right?
It comes down into your eye, and you can't see. But I think, if they got a great cut man, they should be able to stop it.
And those are terribly difficult to stop, James, as you know, because going up there is like your blood vessels and your skin.
Exactly. Unless you're bald head like me, you can really get to it.
Yeah.
John, got right to it. I know. I need to get my head bald here.
I don't know about you, but I got to get a jacket like that. You're looking great, man.
Thank you, man.
James Tony. James, thanks for being with us. We look forward to seeing you.
Appreciate it. Y'all great team. Great team.
James Tony.
James Tony, one of the greats.
And a guy that really understood how to resurrect your career. I mean, that's something that these fighters today need to know. Some of the fighters we're watching tonight. Vassiliy Jirov and Michael Moore could utilize that as well. It's so important too, and it seems like your career, you fight in your ups and downs, the ebbs and flow of your career, as James knows. You gotta sometimes put it all together, go back to the basics, and do what was working for you in the first place.
I think now for Michael Moore, it's an uphill battle. It's not to say it can't be won.
Oh, those hurt. Body shots.
Jirov's getting pretty brave here.
He came in tonight with a great deal of confidence. When we talked to him today, Barry, he had no idea that he was going to do anything except control the fight from the first round on, from the onset.
He's been very sharp, and I think getting sharper.
Oh yeah.
There's another headbutt up under the chin by Jirov. The blood continues to come down the face of Vassiliy Jirov from the scalp. And another headbutt.
Boy, you really got to watch your opponent's head. Wow, really put those hands up around your face.
He's leaning in with his head. There's no question about it. I mean, this could get ugly. It's already fairly ugly, but we could start getting points deducted, and we could even wind up in a DQ here. And you don't want to see the fight end.
Not at all. Never. Never. They have a rule in the amateurs that you can never let your head in front of your hands, in front of your guard. I wish the pros would adopt that, because your gloves would always be in the way of your heads coming together.
In the meantime, Jirov is really administering a beating right now to Michael Moore.
And I applaud him. He hasn't allowed the cut, the headbutts, to get him out of his focus.
There's the best punch of the fight by Jirov right there. Knock Moore backward.
You got to stay focused and concentrated, even though you have a cut, even though you have blood streaming down your face. You really have to remember what your fight plan is. Sometimes that must change.
This is really more about what Jirov is doing than what Moore is not doing.
Yes. Michael needs to be busier. There you go. Those some combinations.
Every time he does, he gets Jirov going backward.
And it's so hard to knock out a fighter with one punch. He does have one punch power, but you get him hit with these easy punches. He lowers his guard, and then you can clock him.
Good body shot at the bell.
Ice pack. All right. Ice pack. Just take a deep breath. Yeah. Okay, now look. I want you to box in this round like nothing has happened, okay? Stay real loose, like nothing happened. I want you to keep the jab going and keep pain with it, see? Yeah. Keep stepping around and keep busting him up with the jab. Okay. Don't get hurt. Now, when you pull out, make sure you pull out with your hands up, okay? Okay. And don't pull out in a straight round. Just pull out in a little angle.
Just watch that head. Next time you come in, think about that head. I'll probably take your point from it, all right? You understand that? Don't leave with the head.
Okay, all right?
Hit him with the reach, baby. Hit him with the reach.
Wipe his arm with the sponge. Wipe right there. Get him
towel, neck.
Good.
Get his neck. Where my toe towel at, Rick?
I was using that towel for it. I don't know. They sleep. Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Wait, keep him tight gloves, okay? Keep him tight gloves.
Go on down. Go on down.
Tight gloves. Doing good. Doing good. Let's go. Hey. Hey, look.
Round number 5, and some serious intent in both corners.
Yeah. No drama here, huh? Man, both of them, both corners. Look at, you see the caution. You know, you see what brings out the fighter in all of us. You know, you got cut. You're out there swinging. Talk about heart. Both of these kids have that.
And Jirov is fighting a very smart fight here.
Oh yeah.
He's starting to wear Moore down, I think. Now I respect Moore's power, and I still obviously have to stay to the game plan. But right now, it's been all Jirov.
Hey, the last thing any fighter loses is his power. Remember what Michael told us today at our meeting? He said, Jirov told us, I'm going to box Michael when he wants to fight, and I'm going to fight him when he wants to box.
And Moore's getting angry because he feels there was another headbutt. I didn't see that one. Good sharp right hand.
Right hook. That right hook is a dangerous weapon. It comes at you from an angle on the side where you're not paying attention. And it cracks you.
Jirov working the jab very consistently. It's not a powerful jab, but it's there, and it's in your face all the time.
And it's what's controlling the jab. You know how many times I've said the jab is the most important weapon? Look at him here. He's controlling the jab. If Michael were to jab with him, Michael might be able to steal the play away. But I think that is controlling this fight for Vassiliy Jirov.
That one was low again.
Oh,
caught him on the way in with a right hand. Jirov out-quicking Moore. He's just not allowing Moore to get off.
And Moore a little flat-footed here, feeling that 247 pounds. You know, he's had only 2 fights at this kind of weight, this heavy. One he won and one he lost. Look at these moves. Lateral movement. Just step around your opponent. Great job from Jirov.
I don't think you can make a case yet for Michael Moore having won a round. Maybe the first.
Yes, I agree with you. Michael has, and that's been the problem with Michael. He's sometimes, he's such a thinker. And we talked about it today. He really thinks a lot. Sometimes in these fights, if you think the opening's gone, you have to react. It's trained, it's conditioned.
Stop the bell, fellas. Wild left hand by Jirov, but again, I think he did enough to win this round.
No punching, go back.
And to 5. Well, Tom Arnold joins us now. And Tom, how are you seeing this fight? The Tiger looks to me like a Tiger.
He does look like a Tiger. I'm enjoying it, though. I'm a little nervous about Michael Moore. I think he's waiting for something big. But Tiger is still leading with his head, even with the injury. And I've had a couple of hair transplants, and I know how painful those are. So he's a brave guy. He's swinging a little low. I'm worried he's going to lose some points, but it's a good fight, and hopefully Michael Moore has a plan, because he hasn't enacted it yet. That's for darn sure.
I think that's true, and I think the other guy, as you said, has enacted it.
Exactly. So we'll see what happens. This is the round, though. This is it.
That's right. This is the one. This time I mean it. This is the one you predicted.
This is the one. Let's see what happens.
All right, Tom. Thanks very much.
guys.
Tom Arnold, of course, with a knowing eye.
You know, and that may happen. I mean, it only takes, the great thing about these heavyweights is it only takes one opportunity. You drop your guard one time. Perhaps you get complacent. Jirov has to remain focused. Moore can land the big power. He does have it. And he wants to deliver it.
So this is round 6. Moore has just been unable to get off, and I think that has more to do with Jirov than anything else.
Of course it does. And Jirov, see how even though a lot of these punches that he is throwing, they don't have a lot of power to them from Vassiliy, but he's putting them in his face. You know, keep your opponent's eyes busy. Keep hitting him, and he can't hit you. Keep him on the defense. Hard to play that rock, scissors, paper in a glove, wouldn't it?
Can't do it. You have to be rock all the time.
Well, he's they both have rocks in their fists.
Don't hit that kidney, step
These two heavyweights.
I just think Jirov has come in here with an idea of what he wanted to do.
And
he's done it. Yeah. Triple jab right there. Triple jab again.
These jabs, so vital. You know, you use that jab too to steer your opponent. You put him out there, you put him where you want to put him, and then you nail him with a powerful cross. You know, boxers leave that cross behind them. Their power punch, it's their dominant hand, and they set it up with their passive punch.
Well, you heard the guys talking before about the longer this fight goes. Chris Bird, I think, was mentioning the longer the fight goes, and of course so is James Tunney. The more it is to Jirov's advantage, and not only is it going longer, but he's winning all the rounds.
Sure, I believe that too. I believe that the longer it goes, the better. Jirov is always in terrific condition, and he's got a style that's difficult for somebody like Moore. Moore has to have somebody to hit, somebody to stand still.
Slip the left hand in, see what that does for his confidence, but he takes a left hand to the body in return.
Watch that head, Vassiliy, watch that head. Don't lead with it.
That jab is really bothering Moore, I think.
Oh, yes, it is. Jab controls the fight. Now, there's a couple of ways you can steal that jab. Just out-jab your opponent is one, or you can go down to the body and make them stop reaching with that jab. You can counter the jab. You've got to control that jab, first of all. Great weapon for Jirov.
Missed with a short hook.
Strike one. You know, when you're carrying an extra 40 pounds,
I'll tell you, if I can interrupt, that left hand of the body just caused Moore's arm to come all the way down. That's obviously, he's obviously feeling those. And another good round for Jirov.
And he'll feel them tomorrow and the next day he'll feel them. Very smart. Well, it has been a really busy fight. Remember back in the first round, it was both of them kind of feeling out their opponent but going on the attack. They heated up quickly in the second round. Moore landed some good punches, but it was Jirov who came back and I think took control of that round. In that third, the two moving forward, banged heads, and boy, they both felt it. In the fourth round, they again were moving forward. Some of the blood coming down from Jirov and a headbutt again. Michael Moore getting the worst of that one. In the fifth round, really intense and trying to go downstairs to the body and too low from Vassiliy Jirov. And there is Michael Moore still wondering when he's going to kick in gear. Let those hands fly. You know, when you're carrying extra weight like that, you tend to pose. Stand there and pose and wait for the openings.
But again, I don't think it's so much the conditioning of Michael Moore or the lack of conditioning. I think he probably is certainly in better shape than he was in his last fight. I just really think that what Jirov is doing here is just keeping him completely off balance.
No doubt. No doubt. Power is so important, and power rules in the sport of boxing. But the quickness and speed will beat power.
You can see the power in that jab of Michael Moore when he throws it. It's a powerful jab. But it's hard to out-jab a jabber.
Well, he's got a good jab. Michael Moore does. He obviously boxes from a southpaw stance, but he's naturally right-handed. So he has a lot of power in that right jab.
Left hook by Jirov.
Watch that head. And Jirov cannot get sloppy here.
Cut over the eye of Jirov now. I think that was from that last little sort of mini headbutt. It's on the side of the eye.
It's by a butt.
And the referee is saying, Pat Russell, that it is the result of a headbutt. Of course, we're past the 4 rounds now. Should they stop the fight, they'd go to the cards.
And he is wiping at that cut. Having been cut many times, you don't know when you're cut. You feel the effects of it like a headbutt or something, or even a punch sometimes, but you don't know that you're cut until you can feel the blood dripping down your face, or your corner tells you.
And what it's done is it's made Moore a little braver here. And Moore is sensing something.
Oh yeah, maybe that's what he needed. A little bit of confidence.
That blood is coming down with some consistency here. They got some work to do in Jirov's corner. And all of a sudden, Moore gets on the attack a little bit here.
And the crowd hears it. They see it. This is an astute boxing crowd. They've seen some big fights. They know when the tension is there, and they care.
I think, though, that much as Jirov let Misi get away with the fight early, I think that's what Moore has done here. So I think if he's going to win the fight, he's going to have to whack it. A much better round for Moore, despite Jirov having had his moments.
Top of the bell.
Jirov, a bloody mess.
And there's some serious work to be done in the corner of Vassiliy Jirov. Gonna get a chance to see the headbutt here. There it is. It wasn't as serious as the other headbutts.
No, but I think he's been taking several headbutts over on that eye, just the way he stands and the way he turns.
Well, Tom Arnold, looks like the worm is turning a little bit here.
Well, it seems like it a little bit, but you know, with the Tiger, his style, he always seems like he's kind of staggered a little bit. But hopefully that blood won't stop the fight. and they'll just let it keep on going so we can see a full fight, because these guys both have a lot left in them, I think.
Yeah, I think this fight has really gone not exactly like we all thought it might. I think it's not only gone into the later rounds, but it's still, both these guys still pretty active into the later rounds.
Well, it's funny how this last round started off slow. It was boring. It wasn't as exciting as rock, paper, scissors, and then, it turns out great.
Yeah, so far it really is. I gave more of that last round as the first round I gave it.
Me too. And the last round, as you said. They did a nice job working on that cut. It is a vertical cut, which would be more indicative of a headbutt as opposed to a horizontal cut. And they've done a nice job of tending to that cut. What they use in there sometimes is Avitine, or they use thrombin 1 to 1,000, thrombin topical. Try to stop the bleeding. They've got to stop the bleeding. If the blood goes into the eye and impairs the vision, that's when the doctor will stop the fight.
Right now, I don't think that cut is serious enough to stop the fight. And that said, underneath the left eye of Michael Moore, there's a pretty good swelling too.
Right, but it's underneath the eye.
No, that's right.
No, they might close the eye, but they wouldn't stop it for the swelling unless it absolutely closes the eye.
No, that's right. I'm not suggesting they would, but it could cause more of a problem as this fight goes on.
Boy, look at this confidence from Moore. All of a sudden.
Barry Tompkins, the champ, Sean O'Grady alongside, telling you about it. Of course, all the guys from the Best Damn Sports Show, period. Tom Arnold, Chris Rose, John Sally, Brian Cox.
Good to see them enjoying this fight. When they get into it, it really, kind of pumps me up too. And they have gotten into this fight for good reason.
This fight, of course, is a 12-round fight. It is for a championship of a sort. The bottom line is what it does is it propels the winner right into the heavyweight championship picture, where they can start thinking about guys like the guy alongside us, James Toney, and the guy up there on the set, Chris Bird. There's another headbutt. They're going to take a point away from Jirov.
Let's go. Yes, and for those of you that remember or that have just joined us, this is the Michael Moore that fought George Foreman.
That's right.
Watch that head. George Foreman came back after 10 years to win a heavyweight championship of the world.
Well, you know, the other thing now, they took the point away from Jirov. So if Moore goes on and wins this round, all of a sudden he's got a 10-8 round, and the whole complexion of the fight changes.
Back in the fight.
The right hand from Jirov.
You know, that's what's so exciting about this heavyweight division. One punch changes everything.
Now, Jirov absolutely cannot afford any more headbutts.
No place else he can get a cut.
Well, that
He's
too.
cut everywhere.
That too, but I think he's toying with a DQ if he gets another one.
Yeah, that
good uppercut by Moore. Back Jirov off.
Where was this in the first round? The first few rounds from Moore.
Watch those heads.
You know, Michael Moore has had incredible talent.
Now Jirov on the attack, and now Moore answers. And a right hand by Jirov.
What a brawl.
And a right hand by Jirov again. Now it's Moore that's going backward at the bell. And honestly, I don't know who won that round.
That one was a back and forth battle, especially toward the end. It built to a crescendo. Both of them realizing they want that round.
Oh, he got it right. Okay.
Here's how it started. Two banging heads there, right there. See Jirov moving in with it. And the uppercut did a lot of damage to Jirov. Later in the round, Jirov trying to keep the attack on, pressing the attack. And here's the flurry from Jirov toward the end of the round. And Michael Moore said, no, I need to steal it back. Hard round to judge. Very close.
I gave the round to Jirov, which means on my card it's a 9-9 round because he had a point taken away.
And I gave it to Moore. But, you know, there are those judges that give more credence to aggressiveness. And I think Jirov in that round, where I saw he was more aggressive.
That's an either-way round, though. It's very tough round.
That's how close it was. Oh, and you learn so much about your opponent. In a 12-round fight, you learn everything about your adversary. You know him.
This is round 9.
You know what kind of guy he is. You know how he thinks. You're concentrated. You're so focused. You're so in tune with your opponent. You play off his mistakes. You dance with him.
those heads.
That looked like another try to headbutt. That's a wrong move. Vassiliy Jirov has got to get rid of that move right there. See where he just ducked his head and walked in.
Free him up. Free up those hands.
He's got to stop that kind of move.
I think he has to be very careful.
Couple of jabs from Jirov. Where was that jab in the last round? You know, Jirov, I talked about it earlier in this fight, how he's controlling with that jab.
Jirov is also getting a little lazy with that right arm. It's down at his hip.
Yes, it is. Oh, slapping left hand from Jirov.
Watch that head. There was another little headbutt in there.
Oh, another.
Jirov doing good work. The Moore is back to the ropes, and again using his head.
Put a boxing glove on the top of his head.
Yeah, I mean, he's got to be careful.
With
He's about to lose another point, and it's not out of the question he could get DQ. Moore fights off the ropes with a good right hand.
Whoa.
And a good left hand by Moore. Jirov trying to fight back, and a left hand by Moore.
Jirov getting up quickly. That's a dangerous thing to do.
Would have been smarter to stay down. This may be over.
Take an 8 count.
This may be over.
It's over. It's over. Michael Moore out of nowhere.
He did exactly what he needed to do. He did a George Foreman on Vassiliy Jirov. And we just finished saying he was dropping that right hand, which made him susceptible to the left hand of Moore.
I told him. Take the gloves off. Take them off.
That's a big win for Michael Moore, and what a comeback win, because he was, on my card, he was behind 6 points.
A huge win, and he has resurrected his career with that punch. You know, we said he's got the power, and I felt like he was always dangerous. But Jirov, still a bit bemused. When he jumped up after being knocked down, it really worked to his detriment, because all of a sudden he started wobbling. What you're taught to do in training is to get up to one knee, take an 8 count, and then stand up. But you're not thinking cognitively. Michael Moore has resurrected his career. He's got to be so excited. He came in here with great confidence tonight.
I don't think there's any question about it. And it was a very different 247 pounds that he came in with. You're Brian Cox saying that he was a teammate of Richard Hogan's, who was not so much not his trainer, but rather his weight guy, and he physical trainer. And he worked with him on the physical part of it, and of course his corner did the training for the fight. And Michael Moore, while he was way behind in this fight, in my opinion, I'll be interested to see the judges' cards, but left no doubt about it with that left hand.
And here's where the mistake happened for Vassiliy. Trying to stand up, just stay on one knee. The problem is it's hard to teach somebody how to do that, because you're not thinking cognitively at that point. You're hurt, you're knocked out, you're fading in and out of consciousness. And referee Pat Russell said that's enough, that's all. Once again, Jirov on the attack. His hands have come down, you're right.
Absolutely.
And boom. Lowering the boom is Michael Moore.
Look where his right hand is. Down at his hip.
And jumping up.
Well, a huge win for Michael Moore, and needless to say, a very disappointed Vassiliy Jirov. Yeah. He did everything right except win the fight.
Michael Moore back in the picture.
Very much back in the picture. In fact, James Toney was right over here talking to Michael Moore just a moment ago. I'm sure he's going to talk a little bit more as this night goes on, and we're coming back after this. We welcome you back. There's a champ and a wannabe champ. Let's go to another champ. Here's Tom Arnold. Tom, how'd you see it?
Guys, I had a 75-71 Jirov till that last round. It was a hell of a fight, though. And that's the thing. You never know what's going to happen. We got this guy's making a speech here. David, the announcement, but it was a great fight. Michael Moore is definitely back.
Yeah, it really was. Terrific fight. And boy,
both guys kicked ass.
Turnaround. Absolutely. Absolutely right. Right now, let's make it official. Here's Lupe Contreras. Lupe?
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, referee Pat Russell stops the bout with an official time of 2 minutes, 8 seconds of round number 9. Your winner, by way of knockout, and now WBA North American and WBC Continental America's heavyweight champion, Michael Moore.
Well, I don't think there's any question. Michael Moore will get another fight, and it'll be a money fight, and it'll be a championship fight, very likely.
Well, he just made some money tonight trying to establish himself, and he did. Here's what he did. In one punch, one round, he turned the tide in this fight, and he told other heavyweights, hey, I'm still out here, and I'm a force to be reckoned with. Look at the hands coming down of Jirov, and while he's ducking into this punch, he just catches it. Oh, when you get hit, your legs like leave the building, and that's what happened. Now look at his leg. When he stood up like he did, you could see how hurt he was. Pat Russell, the referee, made absolutely the right call. That's it. That's over.
No question about it. And your point is really well taken, Joe. Let's go right now.
Hey, guys.
Tom Arnold's with the winner. Tom.
Hey, guys, congratulations. You're back, Michael. How's it feel?
Feels great. First of all, thank God. Second of all, I want to thank Richard Hogan's Warriors Boxing.
That's right.
That put me in their corner.
Yep.
The Seminole Tribe of Florida.
Yeah.
I thank Chill. I thank everybody. My son and my daughter at home.
Yep.
Buddha, Daddy coming to see you, boo.
Daddy coming. All right, let me ask you this. All the experts had it backwards. They said the longer the fight lasted, the less chance you had. You got stronger and stronger. Why is that?
Richard Hogan's. He worked my behind off down in Memphis. And it's Rich right here.
Hey, Rich, what's up, brother?
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, mate. But he did a hell of a good job. And the headbutting, I got to say, the headbutting, that's crazy to headbutt you. Your head is the size of a space helmet.
Let's talk about yours now.
Yeah, exactly. But congratulations. It feels good?
Yeah, it feels great. I'm back. Once again, I'm back.
What's next?
I guess it's shut all the critics up. Let's say 37. If you feel you're 37, then you're 37. I feel like I'm 25.
Yeah. So it
was a tough fight. You got to give.
Yeah, you got to give credit. He was tough. He was tough.
Yeah.
But look at the monitor. There you are. Let's check this out here.
Left hand.
Bam.
I remember.
Yeah.
Because I saw it leaning his head, and right there.
Did you know? You knew
right
it?
there. I knew because I landed. I felt it.
You think he tried to get up too quick?
No, I mean he was out. It was a perfect shot.
Wow.
I felt it. You know, boxers, they feel it right on their knuckles.
And how do you rate the Tiger and all the fighters you fought as far as toughness?
Well, he's a tough guy. I mean, tough. I fought the Russians as an amateur. I knew he was going to be tough. I seen him fight, and I knew he was going to be tough.
You know, 10 years ago, I was at the Foreman fight, the exact opposite of this. You were kicking his butt, bam. This one was the exact opposite. How does it feel to be 10 years later still here?
Well, it really doesn't matter about 10 years. What happened, what's important is right now.
That's what I say about my ex-wife, too. All right. Thank you very much. Barry.
All right. Thanks very much, Tom.
Hi to everybody back in Menneson.
Yes.
We did it once again.
Yes, again. Yes, sir.
All right, Tom, thanks very much. And that's a guy who we're going to be seeing more of in the heavyweight division. There's no question about it. Michael Moore, soft-spoken guy, very bright guy.
Oh, yeah. And he was thinking too much. You know, we talked about it during the fight, but he really is a smart, articulate guy. And I hope that in his next fight, though, he starts earlier, because tonight he was really strong in that final round.
All right, we're going back up to the center of the ring. Tom Arnold now with, I'm sure, a disappointed Vassiliy Jirov. Tom?
Yes, how are you feeling?
I feel good, actually. And it was a good fight, you know. It was a little bit dirty fight, but you know what? It was a good fight.
And when you say dirty fight, you mean the headbutting and the low blows?
Headbutts, you know, he punched me a few times in the back of my head, you know, before I fall down, you know. It's all bringing to the stand.
But at the end, you were done. I mean, you were wobbly, you were done. You jumped off awful quick. I thought you should have stayed down, but we got it right here. We're going to show you what happened. We're going to show you what happened here. Describe what you're feeling here. Oh, that hurt. Yeah, that hurt. And there, but you got it back there. There you go. And see how quick you try to get up?
Yeah.
And your legs just wouldn't come back, am I right?
Yeah, a little bit. You know, I never was knockout, you know, so it's first time.
Do you think the refs, do you think it should have gone on? Do you think they called it a little early?
You know what, I could fight more, you know, but whatever referee did, he did right decision for him, you know.
I'd look at the cuts in your head. How bad do they feel? And my wife knows a great plastic surgeon if you want me to recommend it.
Thank you, it's okay.
Okay, we'll get you all fixed up and you'll be back. Am I right?
Oh, yeah, I'll be back and I want to rematch.
It's just going to make you stronger. Barry,
All right.
back to you.
Thank you very much, Tom. And I'll tell you what, that's a tough interview to do.
Oh, man.
I thought Tom handled that really well.
And if it's hard for a fighter to do, also, I've done it before. After you lose a fight, this is why he lost the fight. Look at this. He was coming on, too. It looked as though Tiger was in there. He was aggressive. It looked as though Michael Moore was falling asleep. And in the middle rounds, Michael just trying to hang in there. He's fighting back when he has to. Not really pouring on the pressure.
But now in the 9th round, watch, he drops his head and his right arm has been down at his side right from the beginning of that round, and a big left hand, and as Michael Moore said, he...
Correct. Even when he got hit, Jirov still trying to throw a punch. Look, he's out, and he's trying to throw that right hook, the right uppercut.
Michael Moore, he wins it. He's right back in a heavyweight picture. And, he thanked his physical trainer, and I think he did so with good reason. As we said, last time he was 251 and out of shape, and he lost the fight. This time he was 247 in shape, and he won the fight. He is a guy you got to think about now when you start thinking about who's next in the heavyweight division. And a couple of interested guys here, of course, James Toney and Chris Bird. We're going to take you back to the best damn sports show, period, after this.
Michael Moore had bloodied the eye of the Tiger early on, and he finished him off at 2:08 of the 9th round. The two-time heavyweight champion, putting Vassiliy Jirov to the mat on the best damn heavyweight fight, period. And we are back live at Pechanga Resort and Casino. Yes, a six-pack here on the stage as we are rejoined again by James Lights Out Toney and IBF heavyweight champion of the world, Chris Bird. And, guys, I guess that is heavyweight fighting to a T. For the longest time, Vassiliy Jirov looked so strong. Chris, what happened?
Man, he fell apart at the end. That weight and the experience of Michael Moore, that punching power, got him at the end.
James?
Though, but it got done. Michael knocked him out. But, Jirov, like Chris said, he fell apart at the end. Got hit with some wicked shots, and he couldn't continue.
Guys, headbutting. It was a dirty fight at times.
Yeah.
We saw a point deducted on behalf of Vassiliy Jirov. How does that change the strategy of both fighters, James?
Well, when I fought Jirov, he was doing that constantly. But you know what? I don't complain about nothing. Yep. I just keep on working because, like I said, I'm old school. I'm a warrior. That's what I do for a living. It doesn't matter.
I'm the same way. I mean, it can affect certain fighters. We have a common opponent in Evander Holyfield. Used his head a lot. A lot.
He perfected.
I mean, he headbutted me. I know he headbutted James.
Yeah. But you got the dread, so that helps.
Fighters keep fighting. Michael Moore did that, and look what happened.
What's funny is Jirov said to me it was a dirty fight, inferring that perhaps Michael Moore had fought a little dirty, but I think it might have been the other way.
All right, guys, real quickly, I want to show you the scorecards of all three judges. And not shockingly, Vassiliy Jirov was actually leading on all three cards. I don't think it's a huge surprise to anybody out there. We saw Jirov really very strategic maneuvers early on. He was able to circle around, and he got the job done. He was using his strategy perfectly, Chris.
Yeah, he worked it well. But, this heavyweight boxing, man, and the longer the fight goes, one punch. And that's what happened. Get you out of there.
John Sal, you want to remind everybody
I just want to remind everybody I picked Michael Moore in 8. I was off by 1 round. Well, really not 1 round. I was off by, 1 minute?
I was off by 6 rounds.
I was off by 3 rounds. But all the brothers had Michael Moore. That's the thing about it.
Yeah, but I had him to win in the right round.
Hey, let me ask you this. What will happen to make Vassiliy Jirov push Michael Moore around? Because it looked like the strategy was opposite. It looked like Michael was getting pushed into the rope and hit.
When the first couple rounds, that was later, like in the middle of the rounds, when Jirov started asserting himself on Michael, and Michael, like I said, Michael just sat back. It seemed like he just wilted a little bit, but then after that headbutt came in, that's when he got invigorated again and started coming on.
Because he saw the blood. I think he saw that blood, and that encourages you.
Exactly.
Yeah. So Michael Moore now obviously back in the heavyweight championship picture. Let's show you how he did it. Once again, he was behind on the card of all three judges. Here's the 9th round and what happened. Jirov, he had been cut several times, but still he looked solid here, Chris.
He looked really good. I mean, Jirov was coming on. That's the type of fighter he is. He comes on, he throws a lot of punches, but like James was saying, Michael's sitting back, setting his punches up, and look what happened.
James, were you surprised at all that Michael Moore, at 37 years old and 247 pounds, look, he told all of us that he was in the best shape of his career. But I think we're all a little bit surprised that he was this solid this late in a fight.
Well, let me tell you something. I'm going to keep it real with you guys. I was shocked that Michael was able to do what he did at 247 pounds in the 9th round. You know, I knew Jirov was going to be busy. That's why I said Michael had to jump on him to get him out of there, and he did what he had to do.
All right, Sally, you obviously knew something because, once again, we're watching highlights of the 9th and
lucky.
final round.
Yeah.
Sally, you predicted an 8th-round knockout by Moore. What were you watching here?
Well, when I heard exactly what Cox said, and then James told me that this guy's going to keep coming, and I saw the fight that James had with Jirov. I just thought with a heavier weight and a guy with that much experience, I mean, Michael Moore's been around a long time. I know him as long as I know James. I said, you know what? He's going to use those 3 years to reflect, and he's going to use his experience.
Chris, did Vassiliy Jirov make mistakes here by getting this close? He looked a little wobbly in the legs at this point.
I don't think so. That's his style of fighting. And furthermore, John don't know his way home. He don't know nothing about this boxing thing. Come on, man.
I just thought, man, think about this. When he was laying on him, at the same time, way back when Foreman beat him, Foreman was pushing him off, and just waited for that really quick right overhand, and that knocked Michael Moore. And I thought the same thing. I said, the overhand left is going to get him. I sat down next to you and said that.
That was head crack.
You said that, but at the same time.
So wait a minute, I did say that.
We're fighters. Me and Jay. We thought that the longer it went, it's advantage Vassiliy Jirov. But he got cracked. I mean, this heavyweight boxing, you get hit with that one punch, and you're out of there.
And, James, it was an overhand left that caught him to the back of the head.
Exactly.
What does it feel like when you're taking one of those punches?
To me, it don't bother me because I keep coming. Like I keep telling you, I'm old school. I keep it real with you. I like shots like that's like a dirty shot. I keep it real. We keep going.
You know what? Matter of fact, when you was fighting Jirov, you were getting hit a lot.
In the back of the head.
Yeah, you were getting hit
in
a lot.
In the head butted. But you know what? Like I said, I just kept coming head straight. Just like Holyfield.
All right,
head butted. Keep going straight.
Let's look to the future now. Michael Moore, a 2-time heavyweight champion. Right. Either one of you guys want a piece of Michael Moore?
Who are you talking about? Man, why you ask that question?
Well, I got to ask him.
You're not afraid of him, are you?
Man, I'm not afraid of nobody. What the hell you ask me that question for? You know better than that. You know better than that. I'll fight anybody, anywhere, anytime. All they going to do is sign the contract.
That's it.
And tell Don King to quit protecting all his heavyweight.
Y'all want to fight? You
we can fight Detroit like he said.
We're going to do this. We're going to do this before I career.
All he got to do is leave Don King.
How much money is he going to take?
Hey, we're going to make millions. We're going to break the bank.
Or not. We're going to do this before I career over.
You guys should do it.
It's going to be a mission.
Here he
Who
goes.
the real heavyweight champ? Right here. Who the real heavyweight champ? That's all we're talking about right here.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Your camera.
All right, hold on. Sit down, guys.
James paid them. That's Jay. That's a paid audience.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. But you know what? Whatever he got to do, he got to take care of his mandatory. I'm gonna take care of Klitschko, and we're gonna take care of business.
Klitschko.
It doesn't matter.
Who's Klitschko?
Who? I said Klitschko, baby.
I'm sorry.
Klitschko.
I'm sorry.
I think you're your cousin.
Yeah, Klitschko, he has a big fight this weekend with Danny Williams, by the way. He's the guy that knocked out Mike Tyson. Thanks for paying attention.
Well, won't be this good a fight,
Chris
I'll tell you
Byrne,
that.
If you face James Toney, what's the biggest problem that you see with his style of fighting?
James has a great style. He's a slick guy, but I feel I'm the slickest, best heavyweight in the world. There's no problem. And that's how it's got to be.
Other way around. James, what kind of problems does he pose?
You know, I've been around a long time. They call me the boxing master. I'll show you why.
We're going to see you the master.
I'm the master.
Who's the slickest one? I'm the fastest. I'm the best heavyweight in the world.
I'm going to give you predictions. Since I'm good at predictions, I'm going to predict right now that these two black guys are going to fight one another.
And one of them's going to win. And one of them brother.
Put it down on this day.
Hey, but you know, it's going to be a great fight. We're going to do it in Detroit. We're going to show the whole world what boxing is about for the D.
Yeah.
You
D block, baby.
Some of the fans.
That's what it matters. You know like doing that.
We're going to do this.
He'd love to.
We're going to eventually do this.
All right, what if Michael Moore is the contender for you, the mandatory contender that you have to fight for to retain your IBF heavyweight championship belt?
Hey, it doesn't matter. I feel I'm the best heavyweight in the world. If Michael Moore is next, he got to get smoked just like the rest of them.
What are you laughing at, big fella?
A smoking technique.
What's up, Smokey? He already said you're going to.
I heard him. I got him, hey, but you know what?
He know
He's
what's
a
up.
smoke detector. I don't know what's up, but you know what?
He know what's up.
I don't know what's up, but check this out. He knows what's up. That's why he signed with Don King. Don the Cook King. He don't want nothing to happen. Don, you hear me? Come sign the contract, baby. Come sign the contract. Don, come to me, baby. I know you out there with your ugly self. Come holler at me. Call Dan Goosen. Lights out box. We can do this. Let your man sign a check that his ass can't
I'll
cash.
let your boy, because we're going to do this. Make sure.
If that doesn't smooth it over, nothing will.
Protect your heavyweights.
Best heavyweight in the world. We got to do this. We're sitting next side by side.
Promoter.
I ain't the best heavyweight in the world. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Hold on, real quickly.
I
Something.
just became a promoter.
Thank you, Sal. You're dressed like one.
I
The
think,
one thing we
I
have
got-
not
I got
covered to
about
this point
500,000
with
for
you,
you to
James, is that when you were fighting last time on the Best Damn Sports Show period, you tore both your biceps and your triceps. When are you ready to fight next?
I'm ready to fight by April or May. April or May.
All right.
I'm not gonna wait. I'm not gonna waste no time. I want the like I said. If Chris Bird say he the best, bring it.
All right.
Chris gonna say he the best,
Bird,
bring it.
You
It don't
just
matter.
fought last month against Jamil McCline, a 270-pounder. You took a solid shot in that second round. You came back and you won it in 12. In all honesty, what's next for you and when? I mean,
I have no idea. I want to fight Nick by April or May. So you know what that means?
Talk to his
Might
wife.
be him next.
Talk
We
to his
gotta work
wife.
this
She's in
out.
charge.
We got to work it out. Hey, I feel I'm the best heavyweight in the world. He feel he the best. Let's do this.
When will the mandatory be announced? I know you got 9 months, but
I don't know when. I don't even care who the mandatory is. I want to fight either James Toney or Vitaly Klitschko. So those are the fights I want.
Guys, there is a great way to increase your hand speed. We can help you out. You watch tomorrow's edition of the Best Damn Sports Show period, because you know what's coming your way? The 2004 Rock, Paper, Scissors International World Championships. Tom Arnold and Matt Vasgersian will have the call. Of course, it happened in Toronto, Canada, so we're going to play the international rules this year
Well, why don't we
in Rock,
settle
Paper,
bets right
Scissors.
now with those guys?
Well, all right, James, you against Chris Bird right
Rock,
now.
paper,
Rock,
scissors.
paper, scissors. Okay, so it's best 2 and 3. Best 2 and 3. Rock, paper, scissors. All right, we're tied at 1. Last one. Rock, paper, scissors. James Toney, the big winner.
You see? That's how
We are always a big winner when Lights Out James Toney joins us on the set. Hey, James, thanks for joining us, buddy. You look great. Chris, no, you hang around, okay? Hey, by the way, we just had some sort of knockout in the ring. We'll try and get you the information on what happened. Well, Tommy, we got some heavy guy dancing in the ring, so we'll see what happened with him. But Michael Moore, a 9th-round TKO, Vassiliy Jirov, taking off that belt, and he's going to bring it to the Best Damn set. That's when we continue live from the Pechanga Resort and Casino next.
Friday, December 10th, only on the Best Damn Sports Show period. Mayhem, mania, and madness collide. Emotions will be tried. 3 choices. Rock, paper, scissors. When the bell rings, what will you throw? The Rock, Paper, Scissors Championship, only on the Best Damn Sports Show period.
All right, that championship will be decided tomorrow on the Best Damn Sports Show period, but we have the champion for Thursday evening, Michael Moore, a TKO, Vassiliy Jirov at 208 in the 9th round. Congratulations, buddy.
Thank you.
I think some of us were surprised that you were able to go 9 rounds and then have that one punch left.
What do you mean some of us?
Oh, I said some of us, not Sally.
You mean one of
He
us.
had your back. But why do you think you shocked so many people?
Well, I'm not worried about shocking people. I shocked myself. It's not really a shock. I worked hard for this fight. I have my strength conditioning coach, Richard Hogan's, at the University of Memphis, and I was in there every day, lifting weights, running, and doing my
by the
ab
guns,
work.
man. I'm serious.
You
I
know.
said that. The size of your arms are huge. Never
Doesn't
seen
mean
you
nothing
bigger.
in boxing.
Oh, it don't? Okay, sorry.
Nothing.
What does matter?
Heart, integrity.
Hey, was your arms
Well, my heart
cramping
is
up because
enlarged.
you kept straightening your arms out? Were they cramping up for a while?
No, just trying to get looser.
Yeah.
You know, it's a different feeling when you're inside the ring. You know, you can't really explain it. A lot of people say, who's your next fight? And they keep going on and on and on. My body's tired right now, and it hurts.
Really?
You know, I'm going to go home and relax, see my daughter, to see my son, you know.
Yeah.
That's what's
Take a
important to
jacuzzi,
me.
eat some ice cream, peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
Yeah, I want a pizza. I haven't had a pizza in a while.
Order the man a pizza. We'll get that for you. It's on Best Damn. Hey,
wow.
look, we thought that for a while perhaps that Vassiliy Jirov would be disqualified because of what happened in the third round, and that's really kind of where the dirty fighting started, I think. We had some headbutts happening, especially that big one where you two crashed into one another. What happened there, Michael?
Well, it was a headbutt, as you can see, and it shook me up, and I just wanted to take a knee so he didn't come and rush in. And it was not a blatant. I wouldn't say that, but it was. As you can see, it was a straight shot, and those hurt. You know, your cranium's that's the hardest bone in your body.
Tell me about it.
So why did they give you a standing 8 count? I mean, did the referee see?
He went on a knee.
Because you take your knee. Once you take a knee, it's automatic. You have to have an 8 count.
Did it change your strategy at all because he was coming inside so much and leading with his head? Did you have to adjust?
No, I had to adjust. Being a professional, you have to adjust.
So this wasn't the plan the whole time. The way the fight went down, the build-up, that was not your plan. You don't have a plan like that. It's just moment to moment when you're in there.
It's basically you have a plan mentally, but when you're inside the ring, you can't initiate it as you plan. So it's moment to moment, basically.
It's not like Rocky where he went, then he went and turned the other way.
That was a movie.
That's exactly.
How's his punching power? Now,
he had good punching power. I mean, all heavyweights have punching power.
Yeah, but you're moving up from cruiserweight to heavyweight. Did it feel like heavyweight punching power?
No, not necessarily. To be honest, champ, I don't understand. I can't judge that.
Yeah.
Somebody's punching power. I'm very honest, and I can't sit here and say I do.
All right.
Mike, when you took 3 years off, did you get back to reflect? Then you saw it, because it looked like you used all experience in there. You got hit a lot, but it looked like you used all your experience knowing when his head was down, how to hit him, which way to hit him.
Right. Well, I took the 3 years off due to the fact that I never had a break fighting since I was 10, and I was just bored with the sport. And I wanted to live life. As everybody knows, I lived my life. I can't sit back and say I shoulda, woulda, coulda. I did it, and, I rededicated myself. That's why when I lost to Castillo, I knew I had to get away, and I wanted to work, and I worked hard at it. And I proved something to myself. I'm very mental. And if I want to do something, I go ahead and do it.
Well, Tom Arnold's very mental, too, in a different sort of way.
Right.
Real quickly, let's take you back to the 9th round TKO.
Yeah, let's check it out, Chris.
It happened at 2:08 against Vassiliy Jirov. What was that all about, Michael?
Well, see, I'm sitting on the ropes, and I'm trying to see his shots because I know he's coming wide. And I want him to get comfortable by throwing his shots. He kept his jab hand down, and I was just trying to bait him in to see I was throwing my hook. But he forgot about my left hand. I'm trying to throw my left hand in there, and it was perfect. It was a 1-2, right on the chin, and he got it. I mean, he was shaking up bad. But when you're a boxer, when you land a good shot, you feel it in your knuckles. It's real soft. And that was a great shot.
I've seen some of that old Michael Moore come back. That jab was on point. Jab was on point, man.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes or no? A meeting with Chris Bird next?
We're meeting right now.
Okay.
I don't
they're having pizza
He's
later.
a champion. I don't disrespect the champion.
Very good.
Yeah.
Michael Moore, you are the champion for this evening of the Best Damn Heavyweight Fight period against Vassiliy Jirov. We appreciate the time and congratulations.
Thank you so much
Thank
to the
you
Best
very
Damn
much.
Sports Show for having me.
We appreciate it.
Thank you,
Guys,
gentlemen.
we are going to put a wrap on a great night for Pechanga Resort and Casino. Michael Moore, a 2-time heavyweight champion, a winner, 9th round TKO. We're back after this.
The world's greatest late-night sports show is closing out the year in style with America's finest, former President Jimmy Carter, the Governor Arnold Schwarzenegger, plus Roy Jones Jr. and rap star Ludacris, kicking off 2005 with a bang, live from the Super Bowl in Jacksonville, Florida. We're rewriting television history. Stay tuned. You never know what you're going to get on the Best Damn Sports Show, period.
And just a quick reminder that Snoop Dogg has confirmed for next Thursday. We appreciate it.
Snoop will be announced.
But we're looking forward to Friday's show. Why, Tommy?
Because we got rock, paper, scissors.
The 2004 Rock, Paper, Scissors International World Championships from Toronto, Canada. Tom Arnold and Matt Vasgersian with the call right here on the Best Damn Sports Show, period.
It's going to be great.
Chris Bird, in 10 seconds, what did we learn tonight?
Learn that Michael's back. He's focused and dedicated. He's back.
All right. We appreciate you coming back and joining the crew.
We really do.
Chris Bird, the IBF heavyweight
Thank you very
champion
much.
of the world. Best of luck, whether it's against Michael Moore, James Lights Out Tony, Vitaly Klitschko,
Brian
Tom
Cox,
Arnold.
Brian
Any
Who
of them.
knows?
It don't matter.
Yeah, we appreciate
It don't matter.
Great job as always.
Yep, thank you.
B. Cox, Sal, Tommy, I guess I'll see you back
Hey,
at work
hey,
tomorrow
hey,
for the Rock,
happy
Paper, Scissors
holidays.
Rock, paper,
Championship.
scissors.
Guys,
Dan
we hope
Goosen,
you
good
enjoyed
job.
it tonight from
Great
Pechanga
fight.
Resort and
What?
Casino.
Let's
Michael
get the
Moore
car.
and Vassiliy Jirov,
Yes.
the Tiger.
They did a good
gave
job.
us a great
They
show
really
this
did.
evening.
Tiger got skinned.
Unbelievable. Michael Moore,
Oh,
a
there we
two-time
go.
heavyweight champion, lifts his arms victoriously in this one.
Yep.
It took a while and went all the way to the 9th round, but that one punch that we love to see from heavyweights, well, it reared its ugly head on the back of Vassiliy Jirov's head. For Barry Tompkins and Sean O'Grady, I'm Chris Rose. We'll see you Friday